When it comes to starter performance issues, we're talking erratic starting, just clicks, hard to start like a hot soak and cranking. The number one culprit is low voltage supply to your starter. Now we're talking about low voltage either on the battery terminal right at the starter, or it could be low voltage on the ignition terminal at the starter. Both of them you need to have at least 11 volts. Anything under 11 volts while cranking is going to cause issues. And worse yet, it's not just the performance of your starter. That low voltage supply is going to damage the clutch assembly or damage inside the solenoid to where it's going to kill your starter eventually. Fortunately, it's very easy to check, and we're going to show you how. You're only going to need a couple different tools to check the voltage. Of course, a voltmeter. Voltmeter is your friend, and you're probably going to need a friend to help you out while you're holding the terminals on to crank over the engine. But before you even do that, the first thing you need to do is make sure your battery is at full voltage. So you just want to check the voltage, and you want it to be over 12.6. So a lot of times it could be a battery, and we're at 12.8. So we're good to go with our cranking test. Before you start checking voltages with the engine cranking, you're going to want to make sure that the voltage on the battery terminal of your starter is the same value that we just read up on top at the battery. So again, with your friendly voltmeter, just check and make sure the battery voltage is the same here. And yep, we're right at that 12.8. That means we're good to go. Once we confirm that just sitting here, our battery stud has the same amount of voltage as the battery, we're going to check it while it's cranking. So let's give it a look. Crank it for about 5 seconds. All right. Now that we confirmed over 11 volts while cranking on the battery terminal, we have to do it on the ignition terminal. And for that, we need a help up there cranking. Got to make sure to remove the coil wire or shut it down so the car won't start, but you'll still get voltage on your ignition terminal, which is the small terminal. So let's see. Go ahead and crank it. All right. Just over 11 volts. So we're good on that one too. Well, there you go. An easy way to check to make sure you got proper voltage getting to your starter. Both terminals, the ignition terminal and the battery voltage terminal. During cranking, we want to see over 11 volts. Now, if it's less than that, you need to take a look at your cables. Take a good look at your cables, because you could even see if it's an original one and you have a high torque starter, you're going to want to replace it. And there's things like inside the cable, sometimes you can't see. There's going to be corrosion inside the cable that you can't even see. And that will make a lot of resistance and cut down the voltage and the current getting to your starter. And then also on the ignition side, there's a park neutral switch possibly. There could be other things in there, but you're going to want to make sure to inspect your wiring. Oh, and ring lugs. We've seen really poor crimps on ring lug terminals that just are making more resistance, and it's going to not get the voltage there. So again, make sure you have over 11 volts during cranking on those terminals. And if you don't, give our tech guys a call, and they'll walk you through some other tests and checks that you can do before you take your starter off. If you have any questions, look us up at powermasterperformance.com or give our tech guys a call. Thanks for watching.